All right, good evening, and thank you for joining us for our first cooking video of one of our favorite dishes, and something that we're going to show you what hot sauce goes well with it. We are going to be making a quote-unquote chicken and rice dish with veggies, and the reason I say it like that is the chicken we're going to be using is actually a meatless chicken made by Gardein. And finish opening it here, and let me show you. This is what we're using. Gardein chicken. You notice that the E is missing. This is a meatless, plant-based product. They're chicken strips like this, which we're going to saute slightly so we can defrost them, dice them up, and then we'll add them to the veggies. Let's get started. So the first thing you have to do is we are using our homemade veggie stock. This here we made in our Instant Pot. It's got carrot peels, celery, onions, peppers, just whatever you want. You can use a box stock. We make our own because we have the pressure cooker. It takes 22 minutes to make, and we'll be doing a video on that this spring. So this 16-ounce jar actually holds 1 3/4 cups of stock, and we're going to put this in our Dutch oven. Okay, you can use water, you can use chicken stock, you can use any kind of stock you want. You can use store-bought, you can use homemade. I just got to get a opener to be able to open this up here. I'm going to use one of these old can openers. A lot of you older people might remember these. You can punch a hole in it this way, or you can use this to open a bottle. I just take this end, put it on the jar, give it a little lift, and it breaks the seal. Make a little bit of a mess. No, I'm not holding it in the air when I do that. So we're going to put this in the Dutch oven. We don't need to add any salt because there's already salt in our stock. We're going to turn our rear burner on high. Put the lid on. 1 3/4 cups of liquid will do 2 cups of minute rice. This is the Minute Wife's Premium white rice. You can use any rice you want. Just follow the cooking directions on the package of rice on how to make it. Get this out of the way. Okay, then we are going to take some, you can use whatever oil you want. You can use, we like an avocado oil or olive oil. This is avocado oil. And we're just giving them a nice little coating, probably a couple tablespoons, in the bottom of the cast iron skillet. And we're going to take our chicken, put it in the skillet, and turn the burner on medium-low. Get rid of this. And we are going to give this a little saute, get a spatula. And I just want to heat it up enough to defrost it. It is a frozen product, so I want to defrost it to put the soften up the chicken so I can dice it while the veggies are sauteing. So while that's doing that, I'm going to dice up the peppers. It's got orange pepper, yellow pepper, red pepper, green pepper, jalapenos, and half an onion. All I do is take off, and you'll see in a second, is take off 2 sides, dice them up. You can go as coarse or as fine as you want. It's entirely up to you. If you're one that you don't trust your knife skills, a lot of stores, especially Walmart, Shop and Save, or maybe one in your area, already has pre-diced veggies that you can use to make, and you just measure out how much you want. This here will make enough for 4 people. So let me flip you around here, and we'll dice up some veggies. Okay, so we've got all of our peppers and onions diced. So you can see up close, this is the size, just 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch cubes. Pretty much as thick as your pinkies is what we do. I like something that's got a little bit of tooth to it. When I do it for seasoning, you can add what you would like. The nice thing about this dish, it's so versatile, you can put anything else in. This is we buy our garlic powder because of our hot sauce in bulk. We buy it by the 1/2 pound. We're going to add a very fine garlic powder. We are going to add, we use kosher salt. You can use any kind of salt you want. I would not recommend a gray salt, which is a smoked salt. It's just your basic kosher salt from Morton's. We don't use Himalayan salt. I have a problem with our salt coming clear from China. You can add a little bit of paprika as you want, and of course I've got my pepper grinder here to grind onto this. So our chicken's heating up. Just give it a little stir here so it doesn't burn. And right over here I have a bowl. So when we take out our chicken, we can set it in this, set it off to the side, and dice up. Our veggie stock is heating up nicely. And as you saw, I only used 1/2 an onion. So there's probably a total of 4 to 6 cups of pepper and about a cup to 1.5 cups of onion. So I'll put my little can opener away here. When I was chopping up peppers, you saw I took the ribs out. Nothing in this goes to waste in our house. The seeds you can save from your cooking for planting. We're going to be starting our peppers in March. We'll be doing a video on that, so you can save your seeds from your peppers. For starting, you just have to dry them. We have a video on that we did back, I think it was October. So if you go look, you'll see the seed saving video on that. So we're not going to cook the chicken enough yet to get some color on it, because we are going to add it back into the skillet with the peppers to finish sauteing it off. So we'll let it get soft here. Okay, so turn off back burner here. Our stock has just come to a boil. So you turn off the heat, add in the 2 cups of rice. Going to put that in the sink. Stir up our rice, make sure it's all coated nicely. If it looks like there's too much liquid in there, don't worry, it's going to soak it all up. We're going to cover. We're going to leave this for 5 minutes here. In 5 minutes that rice will be ready. I like to go 6. We'll come back over here. As you can see, our chicken is sauteing nicely. And I can tell by the feel of it, it's gone soft. So I'll take our medium bowl here, our small bowl, take the chicken out. Okay, set that aside. Put that last little piece so it doesn't burn. And then here is all of our peppers and onion. And the reason we use a Dutch oven for the rice, even though it looks like it's too big of a container, is once the rice is ready and everything here is sauteed, we're going to put it into the Dutch oven. So I'll just scoop everything into here. Looks like the cast iron skillet is not going to be big enough, but trust me, it is. And we're going to take some kosher salt, a little sprinkling, some cracked black pepper, We season our veggies. We're going to mix it up. Turn the heat down to low on our stove. That would be a 2. This is a double burner. We have the outside burner on. And the reason I salt the peppers and onions is because I want them to, the salt to draw out some moisture so they'll go translucent. And I turn down the heat because I don't want them to burn. I like them nice and soft with a little bit of crunch. Okay, so we are going to come over here. Okay, so we're going to put our chicken on the cutting board. If you're using regular poultry chicken, make sure you wash your hands between handling. This isn't very hot, so I can still handle it with my hands. If you're using, you can use shrimp, you can use beef. This is a good Velcro for refrigerators, so if you have extra veggies, carrots, peas, green beans, whatever, you can put them in. I've done broccoli before. Just give it a coarse chop, about the same size as the peppers. And we'll come back to sauteing our veg. It's been about 4 minutes on the rice. I'm going to turn up the heat just a little bit to a 3.5. Put my bowl in the sink. Okay, so they're cooking up nicely here. Some pieces are a little bigger. I'll just take my spatula and cut them in half here. Let me get another lid. Okay. So what I'm making tonight is actually a vegan dish. You don't have to be vegan. It's got no animal products. There's no butter. There is no chicken, beef, pork, any kind of poultry at all. Like I said, the chicken we're using is plant-based. There's no animal products at all. However, if you so desire, you can use, that's your choice, you can use butter to saute in, adds a richness to it. We are not vegan, we're pescatarian, we eat everything except for seafood. This is our form of chicken here, which is absolutely delicious. It really has the texture and the taste of chicken without being actual chicken. So it's just, like I said, you could use seafood. This is a dish I came up with a few years back. We really eat a lot of rice. We do eat some potatoes too. Being a county boy, I was raised on potatoes, so we eat a lot of potatoes. But we really like our rice too. Okay, so that's softening up nicely. It'll only take another couple minutes here. So let's let this soften, and we'll come back when it's done. Okay, so our veggies are cooked off. They're nice and tender. A lot of the moisture in the pan is gone. So I'm going to have you follow with me. We're going to start putting it together. We'll finish cooking off the chicken, and then we'll talk a little bit more. So, okay, so let's turn our burner on low for our veggies. which are going to be taken out of the pan here in a second. The reason I like to cook in cast iron is it retains a lot of heat. There's a lot of mass here. When we put the veggies in or the chicken in, the temperature of the pan bounces back. It's called rebound. And we'll put the veggies in here. So you don't have it cooling down a whole lot when you put that much mass in it. So there we go. Veggies are all in. Put the pan down. Let's put the chicken back in. We're going to add just a little bit more of oil. This time I'm going to add some really good, robust olive oil. Just a little dousing on there. And we can't have tasteless chicken, so we'll sprinkle kosher salt. Sprinkle of pepper, season to your taste. Get rid of my towel here. And this is a very, very fine garlic powder. So we can give a little sprinkling on the chicken of the garlic. And finish sauteing our chicken. Put the lid on our veggies so they stay hot. Like I said, I've made this with broccoli. It's absolutely delicious. I've used butter in it. Normally when I use butter, I do add it to the stock, just a tablespoon, to add a little bit of extra flavor to the stock. Absolutely smells fantastic in here already. So we'll give that another minute to saute here. And as you can see, I mean, the pot fills up quite fast with once you add the peppers to the rice. I used to buy the Steamin' Fresh bags that were corn, carrots, green beans, and lima beans. Then we found out Jenny was allergic to corn, so that stopped that. And if you've ever had a corn allergy, you start reading labels. Our first shopping trip took us 3 hours to do, because we had to read every label, and you would not believe the amount of cornstarch, corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, corn flour, corn oil that is in healthcare products, in food, in drinks. I mean, you name it, it's in there. It's like that old saying, Heinz 57, it's in there. So, we'll just cover that for now. Give that a minute to finish cooking off. Turn up the heat just a hair. Okay, so by the sounds of it, chicken is nicely sauteed. So I'm just going to grab my oven mitt here. It's a bear paw. Love it. Jenny got these for me. Open the peppers. And we're going to shut off the burner. Add in the chicken. Again, this is a plant-based chicken. We made this as a vegan dish tonight. Doesn't have to absolutely have to be vegan, but if you so choose, then fine. Okay, and we're going to mix this up. This leftovers are fantastic to make quesadillas out of. We'll add a thin layer of cheese to a tortilla that's in an electric skillet. Heat some of this up, throw it in, close up the tortilla, flip it over, crisp up at both sides nicely. Makes a delicious dish. You can also add a few other sauces or whatever to this. You can add a teriyaki sauce to this, which makes a fantastic dish. So let me get a bowl. We'll bowl some of this up so you guys can take a look at it. Okay, so I actually got a plate because that's what I'm going to be eating off of anyways. This is it smells so good. It's so delicious. I'm not going to take a bite yet because we're getting ready to sit down for supper. I know it's going to be good then. This is a really quick, easy, and inexpensive dish. I know everyone's cooking on a budget right now. There are two sauce recommendations I would give with this. Let's start with the mild first, and that would be our Supashina teriyaki, which is a spicy teriyaki. It's a builder, so what that means is you take a bite, it starts out sweet. The more you use, the hotter it gets with each bite. And 5, 6, 7, 8 dashes of this, and it's absolutely delicious on this. You could even add a little bit of soy sauce, some teriyaki sauce, but my recommendation is the Supashina. Jenny's recommendation would, of course, be Buddha belly. It's ginger, it's garlic, which pairs well with the garlic that's already in here. Fresno peppers, a little bit of vinegar. Again, a builder, so a little bit goes a long way. You take one bite, starts out sweet. The more you eat, the hotter it gets. So those would be the two recommendations. I would not use the Grimm, Phoenix Fire, or Stupid Hot Buzzard's Breath, which are our 3 hottest sauces with this. I think you would really kill the flavor that's in here. You would not be able to taste everything because all you'd feel is heat. I would kind of stay away from some of the fruitier ones. Fresno Palm doesn't go that really well. I tend to save that for salmon. Then you have the Great Pumpkin Spice, really not good on this. Caribbean Jerk might go where it's a chicken. If you're using beef, pork would go with the Caribbean Jerk. So it's entirely up to you. But thank you for watching our first cooking video. I'm going to get stuff plated up, get our drinks together so we can eat. So I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.